Let's talk about something most of us do pretty much on autopilot, the daily commute. We just do it, right? But what if I told you that trip to and from work might be the single biggest, sneakiest financial drain in your entire life?
Wow. I mean, just let that image sink in. You're sitting there trying to wake up, and you have no idea that your drive is basically a professional pickpocket, just quietly siphoning thousands and thousands of dollars out of your account. That's a pretty scary thought, isn't it?
$15,000. I know what you're probably thinking. No way! My car payment and gas don't add up to anything close to that. So where on earth does a number that huge actually come from?
Well, this isn't just some random number pulled out of thin air to scare you. It's a real, calculated cost that a lot of people with long commutes are actually paying. So let's follow the money and see how this trap works. Okay, so the first mistake pretty much all of us make is thinking the cost of our commute is just, gas. We see the price at the pump, we grumble a little bit, and we think that's the whole story. But believe me, that's barely scratching the surface. It is just the tip of a very, very expensive iceberg. So, let's pull this number apart. We're going to look at the obvious stuff, the stuff we kind of forget about, and one or two costs that I think will probably really surprise you. All right, so check this out. 40%. That's what we all expect, right? Gas, insurance, new tires, oil changes, the usual suspects. But then, look at this next huge chunk. 35% is car depreciation. Every single mile you drive is literally erasing the value of your car. And then there's this last mysterious slice, this 25%. What's that about?
This, my friends, is called exhaustion spending. And oh man, we've all been there. You finally get home after an hour and a half in traffic, you're tired, you're stressed. Are you really about to start chopping vegetables and cooking a whole meal? Probably not. So you grab takeout, you order a pizza. That is exhaustion spending. It's all the money you burn on convenience simply because your commute has wiped you out.
So the money part is huge, absolutely. But it's actually only half the story. Your commute eats up something else, something way more precious. And it's the one thing you can never, ever get back. We're talking, of course, about your time.
Let's just call it what it is. The time you spend in your car, on a train, on a bus, that is not free time. It's not your time to relax. For all intents and purposes, it's unpaid work. You are dedicating those hours to your job, but you're not getting a single penny for it. To really wrap our heads around this, we need a whole new way of looking at our paycheck. It's a concept called the true hourly wage, and it's a real eye-opener. It shows you what you actually earn per hour once your commute takes its cut of your money and your time. And figuring it out is actually pretty simple. It's just 3 steps. First, take your annual salary and just subtract all those commute costs. Second, add all those hours you spend commuting to your regular work hours. And finally, divide that new, smaller salary by that new, bigger number of hours. Let's run a real-world scenario to see just how shocking the results can be.
Okay, time for a showdown. Let's put this whole theory to the test. We're going to compare 2 people with 2 very different jobs, and we're going to see who really comes out ahead when we calculate their true hourly wage.
So, in one corner, we've got our $75K commuter. Great salary, right? But it comes with a punishing 75-minute drive each way. In the other corner, we have the $55K local. The paycheck is $20,000 smaller, but their office is just a few minutes from home.
Now, on the surface, this seems like a no-brainer. The person making 75 grand is obviously better off, right? More money is more money. But now that we know about all these hidden costs, let's ask the real question. Who is truly in a better financial position here?
Okay, this is where it gets crazy. Look at the math. The commuter starts higher at $75K, but we immediately chop off that $15,000 in costs. Boom, they're down to $60,000 in actual earnings. The local worker nets $54K, so the commuter is still ahead, right? But wait, now we factor in the time. The commuter adds a staggering 625 unpaid hours to their work year. And when you do that final division, get this, the $55K local is actually making over $26 an hour. Our high-earning commuter, they're making less than $23.
And there you have it. It's wild. Despite a $20,000 difference in their salaries on paper, the person with the short commute is the one earning more for every single hour of their life they dedicate to work. They are actually building wealth more effectively.
So this isn't just about some made-up people in a chart. This is a framework, a tool that you can apply to your own life. And it forces you to ask a very personal and, frankly, a very important question.
So if you want to do this for yourself, where do you start? You've got to look at these 4 key things. Number 1, your unpaid commute time. Track it. Number 2, the obvious money out the door costs, like fuel and insurance. Number 3, the hidden costs, the wear and tear, the depreciation. And number 4, be brutally honest with yourself about that exhaustion spending.
Because ultimately, it all comes down to this single question. When you look past the number on your paycheck and you factor in all the hidden costs, both in money and in time, what is your daily drive really costing you? The answer might just change how you think about your job, your time, and maybe even your entire financial future.